September 26, 1983, began like any other night at Serpikov 15, a top-secret bunker south of Moscow. Inside the bunker, the air was thick with the hum of the Soviet Union's most advanced computer systems. This was the heart of the OKO nuclear early warning system, designed to detect a Western strike before the first missile even crossed the Atlantic. Lieutenant Colonel Stanislav Petrov was the duty officer in charge, responsible for monitoring the satellite feed that kept watch over American silos. The geopolitical climate was at a boiling point, following the Soviet shootdown of a Korean Airlines flight just weeks earlier. The United States and the USSR were locked in a state of high alert, and many in the Soviet leadership believed a preemptive strike was inevitable. Suddenly, just past midnight, the silence of the bunker was shattered by the scream of a siren. The massive wall map lit up in blood red, flashing a single word in Cyrillic: launch. The computers reported that a single Minuteman intercontinental ballistic missile had been launched from a base in the United States. Petrov sat in shock, staring at a screen that told him the end of the world was exactly 20 minutes away. As a duty officer, his instructions were clear. He was to immediately notify his superiors, who would then initiate a massive retaliatory strike. But Petrov hesitated. Something about the data felt wrong to his trained eyes. He knew the United States would never start a nuclear war with only one missile, as that would be tactical suicide. He dismissed a warning as a computer error and told his team to return to their stations. But then the alarm screamed again. A second missile was detected, then a third, a fourth, and finally a fifth. The system was now reporting a salvo of 5 nuclear missiles heading directly for the Soviet heartland. The bunker was filled with chaos as officers looked to Petrov for the order that would trigger a global holocaust. Petrov had no secondary radar to confirm the launch. He only had the satellite data, which the computers insisted was 100% reliable. If he was wrong and he stayed silent, the Soviet Union would be destroyed without a chance to fight back. If he was right and he reported it, the Soviet Union would launch a retaliatory strike, and billions of people would die in the crossfire. Under immense pressure, Petrov made a decision that defied every military manual ever written. He called the duty officer at the Soviet Army's headquarters and reported a system malfunction. He had no proof, only a gut feeling that the new satellite system was flawed. He spent the next 15 minutes in agonizing silence, waiting to see if the horizon would erupt in white light. The minutes ticked by like hours, each second a gamble with the survival of the human race. Finally, the 20-minute window passed, and Moscow remained standing. There were no missiles, no explosions, and no mushroom clouds. An investigation later revealed that the satellites had mistaken the sun's reflection off the top of clouds for missile launches. The technology that was supposed to provide absolute security had almost triggered the absolute destruction of civilization. Petrov was neither rewarded nor honored at the time, because admitting the error would have humiliated the Soviet military elite. He was reprimanded for not filling out his logbooks correctly during the crisis and was eventually moved to a less sensitive post. The story remained a state secret for over a decade, only coming to light after the fall of the Soviet Union. It remains the most terrifying example of how military might can be blinded by the very technology designed to protect it. Political power in the Cold War was built on the concept of mutually assured destruction. But it was one man's humanity that kept that destruction at bay. Stanislav Petrov died in 2017, a man who rarely spoke of his actions. Yet, he is arguably the most important individual of the 20th century. His story is a chilling reminder that in the age of autonomous weapons and instant strikes, the final safeguard must always be a human mind. If you're liking the video, please remember to subscribe to Sword and Pen, where military might meets political power.